What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be listening to It's Okay, the second official track of Infinite by Eminem. So I did try listening to the first song on the album, but the recording didn't end up working out, and I don't really want to make a second reaction to it because the reaction wouldn't actually be my first reaction, would be my second, so it would be fake, and I want this channel to be about authenticity, so I'm just gonna be reacting to the second song. I'll make a video giving my opinions on the first song, probably re-listening to it, you know, but just, yeah. I just kinda wanna listen to this, one. By the way, if you didn't know, Infinite is actually Eminem's, first album, not the Slim Shady LP, okay? This is, okay? Infinite by Eminem is his first album, released in 1996, well, SSLP 1999. And the whole reason why, and the reason why nobody knows about this is because this album didn't actually sell that well. It only sold like 100 or something units in its first week, so it didn't do that well. And the whole reason why was because it wasn't controversial enough. The whole reason why Eminem started that Slim Shady persona was because when he wasn't controversial, he wasn't doing that well. So you just gotta, you just gotta put on a controversial persona and you start to sell. Anyways, let's get into the song and listen to it, and hopefully this recording will actually work. That would be great.
Check it out. Hey Q, it's a broke day, but everything is okay. I'm up all night, but everything is alright. It's a rough week, and I don't get enough sleep. It's a long year, pretending I belong here. It's a broke day, but everything is okay. I'm up all night, but everything is alright. It's a rough week, and I don't get enough sleep. It's a long year, pretending I belong here. I plan to be a family.
That's a pretty good chorus, okay? I don't think it's as good as the Infinite chorus, but it's definitely a pretty good chorus. Alright, that's definitely a pretty good chorus. Let's go back.
No sleep, it's a long year, pretending I belong. One day I plan to be a family man, happily married. I wanna grow to be so old that I have to be carried till I'm glad to be buried and leave this crazy world and have at least $500,000 for my baby girl. And maybe early to be planning this stuff, cause I'm still struggling hard to be the man in this tough.
Really wholesome song, not gonna lie. Yeah, the first song, Infinite, on this album, it had some pretty controversial moments. It was talking about how Eminem was gonna kill anyone who went after him, how he was gonna, he was talking about drugs, and he was talking about, ripping out people's spinal cords, something like that. But, this, I can see how people think it's not that controversial compared to his other albums. This is definitely a lot more wholesome, and definitely a lot more what I expected from this album, you know? Just talking about happy moments, you know?
This man has been rough, but still I manage enough. I've been taken advantage of, damaged and scuffed, my hands have been cuffed. But I don't panic and huff, frantic and puff, or plan to give up. The minute shit hits a fan and erupts, I'm adding enough, double or nothing. I've been trouble enough, and I'm sick of struggling and suffering.
Trouble and suffering. Oh.
It hits a fan and erupts, I'm adding enough, double or nothing. I've been trouble enough, and I'm sick of struggling and suffering.
Troubling, struggling, suffering. Look at that. Troubling, suffering. Struggling. Nice 3-syllable rhyme scheme. Wow. So far I don't think this is as good as his first song. I think his first song has some really good rhymes. I'll explain it, but like, one of my favorite, flows on it was that 4-5-4-5 kind of syllable, rhyme scheme. I'll explain it probably in my Infinite video if I do make one about it. But that one had a lot more rhymes in it, but like, this one is still pretty good. Like I said, I don't think it's as good as Infinite, but it definitely is pretty good. Like, it definitely has some good rhymes, and it's definitely way better than I expected for, like, Eminem's second ever song that he really made in an album, you know? It's really good so far for his first album.
See, my destiny's to rest in ease, till I'm impressed and pleased with my progress. I won't settle for less than cheese. I'm on a quest to seize all, my own label to call. Way before my baby is able to crawl, I'm too stable to fall. The pressure motivates to know I hold the weight of boulders on my shoulder blades. I see the golden gates to heaven on earth, where they don't pull a weapon on you when you're stepping on turf. Q, it's a broke day, but everything is okay. I'm up all night, but everything is alright. It's a rough week and I don't get enough sleep. It's a long year pretending I belong here.
Honestly, explaining my life, not getting enough sleep, not getting enough sleep, but it's all right, you know, because because staying up all night is kind of fun, you know. So I'm not getting enough sleep, but at least it's kind of fun, you know. It's all right. That's still kind of bad though. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a rough day, but everything is okay. I'm up all night, but everything is alright. It's a rough week and I don't get enough sleep. It's a long year pretending I belong here. It's rough, gambling and playing for keeps. Every day in the streets, scrambling and paying for cheap. Praying for sleep, dreaming with a watering mouth. Wishing for a better life for my daughter and spouse. In a slaughtering house, caught up in bouts with the root of all evil. I seen it
taking kind of a dark turn. At the beginning, it was just talking about how everything is alright and that life is good, you know? And now not life is good, but he wishes to have a good life. But now it's just talking about how, like, he has problems with life and everything like that, you know? How he hopes his baby can have a good life, unlike he does. Honestly, it's taking a really dark turn.
Praying for cheap, praying for sleep, dreaming with a watering mouth, wishing for a better life for my daughter and spouse. In a slaughtering house, caught up in bouts with the root of all evil. I've seen it turn beautiful people, cruel and deceitful, and make them do shit illegal. For these grants and Jacksons, these transactions explain a man's actions. But in the midst of this insanity, I found my Christianity through God, and there's a wish He granted me. He showed me how to cope with the stress and hope for the best instead of moping depressed. Always groping a mess, flying over the nest, to selling dope with the rest. I quit smoking cess to open my chest. Life is stressful inside the cesspool, trying to wrestle. I almost bust a blood vessel.
That rhyme scheme is crazy, but honestly, yeah. Real quick, before we go into that rhyme scheme, real quick, and try to break it down, that's honestly kind of true. Like, even though there's some hard times, you know, I just try to stay happy, okay? I try my hardest to stay happy or forget it, even if I'm experiencing hard times. But let's go back and break down that rhyme scheme.
Instead of moping depressed, always groping a mess, of flying over the net. Transactions explain a man's actions. But in the midst of this insanity, I found my Christianity through God, and there's a wish He granted me. He showed me how to cope with the stress and hope for the best instead of moping depressed. Always groping a mess.
Moped and depressed. Wait, real quick.
God, and there's a wish He granted me. He showed me how to cope with the stress and hope for the best.
Cope in distress. Hope for the best. That's a pretty good rhyme scheme, honestly.
Instead of moping depressed, always groping a mess, of flying over the nest, to selling dope with the rest. I quit.
Nest rest, obviously.
Quit smoking cess to open my chest. Life is stressful inside the cesspool, trying to wrestle. I almost bust a blood vessel. My little brother's trying to learn his mathematics. He's asthmatic, running home from school away from crack addicts. Kids attract static.
Jesus.
Children with automatic.
Jesus. Jesus. Sorry, my camera went off for a second for some reason. I don't know why, but Jesus. Running from coke addicts? This went from such a happy little song to just talking about running from drug addicts and having a terrible life. What? It's just a complete 180 turn.
Taking target practice on teams for starter jackets. I'm using smarter tactics to overcome the slump. I won't become as dumb as some and succumb to scum. It's cumbersome. I'm trying to do well on this earth, but it's been hell on this earth since I fell on this earth. It's a broke day, but everything is okay. I'm up all night, but everything is alright. It's a rough week and I don't get enough sleep. It's a long year pretending I belong here. It's a broke day, but everything is okay. I'm up all night, but everything is alright. It's a rough week and I don't get enough sleep. It's a long year pretending I belong here. It's okay.
Wow.
It's alright. Even though I can't sleep.
Even though I can't sleep, it's kind of a depressing line.
It's alright. Can't sleep.
Wow. Oh my god. That was a depressing song. That was such a depressing song. Just like talking about how you're depressed, your life is terrible, your baby's experiencing a terrible life, you're getting no sleep, you're running from coke addicts, and then saying, but it's alright, you know, I just try to be happy. That's honestly so depressing, bro. Oh my god, that's depressing, man. I feel bad for you, Eminem. Eminem had such a hard childhood, by the way. I don't know if you know this. I mean, I'm sure every Eminem fan knows this, but he had a terrible childhood. But felt bad. I feel bad for Eminem for having to experience that, man. But honestly, if I had to choose between Infinite and this song, I think Infinite is better. However, I will still be saying this to my playlist. I think this is a really good song either way. Um, the chorus, I feel like it's not as strong. But the verses are really good. Like on Infinite, the chorus is really strong, but not as strong here. But honestly, it's still a really good song. So hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, that's the video.